Hi everybody. I decided to do a little change here in my kitchen. Just change things up so I'm on a different side of my kitchen. But I wanted to show you first of all this really awesome apron that my future daughter-in-law bought me for Christmas. I just love it. I just absolutely love it. So I just wanted to start off and show you what a beautiful apron she got me for Christmas. So today I'm going to make a German dinner. So this is a German style pork roast, and I'm going to serve it with German potatoes and a red cabbage sauerkraut. So this is a very simple recipe. It's surprising how simple it is, but it really is, and it's got perfect seasonings, but it's going to be real tender and flavorful. So I really hope you enjoy this, and let's get started. So we're going to begin with our rub, and we need a half a teaspoon of ground up caraway seeds. Now you can use a pestle and mortar, and I only have this part of it, so I'm going to use a meat tenderizer. Any way you want, you could use a knife. You want to get these fine. So I find the best way is to use a chef's knife and just kind of grind it like this. You don't need to have a pestle and mortar if you have like a knife. So I'm just going to grind it till it's real fine. You want to use either 1 or 2 cloves of garlic minced, and this is a very large one, so I'm going to use probably just 1. Okay, so you have your salt, your pepper, your minced garlic, your caraway seeds that have been mashed, and about 1 to 2 tablespoons. This is about a tablespoon of olive oil. And you're going to mix it all together into a paste. And this is what you're going to rub on your pork roast. So this recipe is for like a 2-pound pork roast. And you could go up to like 3 pounds, and that's what this is. I had, this was almost 5 pounds, and I cut it where I kept the larger half, which is probably about 3 pounds. I kept the larger half to make this meal. So I'm not using like a large pork roast, just anywhere from 2 to 3 pounds. And then you're going to score the top of it. And you don't want to go all the way down, but you want to have it fairly deep, right about like this. So you can score it in both directions. And then you want to make sure you dry this meat. So you can get paper towels and pat it all the way around so it's totally dry. So after you score it, you're going to go all the way around and make sure the meat is completely patted dry. Okay, in the meantime, you want to have a whole onion chopped, kind of a rough chop, and you want maybe 2 carrots and a parsnip, whatever vegetables you want. You want to have 12 ounces of a dark beer. And after you score and pat your meat, you're going to take your rub that you made, and you can use gloves. I'm not going to this time, and you're just going to kind of rub all of this in the grooves in where you scored the meat. And when you place it either in a Dutch oven or in a roasting pan, you're going to put the fat side down. That's how we're going to do it. So you make sure you just work all your rub in on all sides. And this is going to have so much flavor in it. And it's not a heavy rub, but it does its job. Everything gets rubbed in. And like I said, it isn't a heavy rub, but it has all the flavors that you need. And this isn't, like, I only use like a tablespoon of olive oil for this rub. And this is all of it right here. I'm just going to rub all of it in, just like this. And it's all in the grooves, as you can see here, and rubbed all around. So now what you want to do is place this in your pot. Dutch oven, whatever, and then we're going to put all the vegetables around it. So I will be back in just a moment. Okay, next step is here is my Dutch oven, and I'm going to put my roast fat side down. And now I'm going to add all my vegetables, which are my onion, my carrots and parsnips all around the edge. And I don't have a lot of vegetables. You could put as much as you want. This is just about the amount we want. And then after you have all your vegetables surrounding your meat, you're going to put your 12-ounce, most of the bottle around the vegetables and all around. You're going to save a little bit. And it's all ready to go. Now you're going to put the lid on, and you're going to put this in a preheated 350-degree oven, and this is going to cook with the lid on for 45 minutes on the middle rack. Okay, there it goes on the middle rack for 45 minutes covered. Okay, the 45-minute timer went off, so you're going to take it out. And now you're going to flip this over where the fat side is up. Just like that, you're going to put it this way. And you're going to add a little more salt to it. Just about like that. And then you're going to pour the rest of the beer over it. And now we're going to put it back in the oven for an hour and a quarter with the lid off. So we'll see you in about an hour and 10-15 minutes. Okay, it's been an hour, so let's do a thermometer check. It's supposed to be 165. And it is. So it's ready. Now I'm going to remove the vegetables. I'm going to let the meat set, and I'm going to make my gravy. So I'm going to add some butter and flour. You want to add your flour just a little at a time and make sure it gets cooked so it doesn't end up with a flour taste. So you want to cook this about probably a minute. So I added some beef broth because I didn't have a lot of broth from the pork as much as I normally would have. I don't know why. So what I did was I added beef broth. So we have a little more volume of gravy. Now you want to turn it up after you have mixed in your flour. Everyone, here's our Schweinebraten meal. And I did the best I can pronouncing it. So first we're going to try the pork. This is so flavorful and so tender. And these are our German potatoes. Really good. And I just used some fresh sauerkraut, and it's made with red cabbage. So this is a very, very tasty meal. And I wanted to make a different German meal, but it was a lot of work. And this one isn't. So that's why I chose this one to make. So if you want a really delicious meal that doesn't take a lot of time, this is a great German meal to make. So I hope you give this a try. And thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it.